What's good, y'all? It's Mia, aka Honey Dip, and today I'm gonna show y'all how to do the perfect natural glam that is your face, but better. The way you prep your skin for makeup determines how long that is gonna last you throughout the day or night. So I highly suggest to invest in your skincare. And I personally go to Marshall's for everything that I got besides my big girl makeup stuff. So yeah, invest in your skincare, invest in yourself, invest in that mug, okay? And y'all, put that fucking SPF on. I use the Black Girl sunscreen and double it as a moisturizer because it's greasier than ever. So, and the last thing before we get into this serious beat, Danessa, that water serum, gotta have it for my oily girls. I definitely recommend. Now, color correcting, sometimes I'm very on and off with it, but recently color correcting has been doing it for me. If you got hyperpigmentation around your mouth or just acne scars, or you get a little chinny chin hairs and it leaves a little spot, yeah, get you some color corrector. For foundation, I'm wearing the Natural Radiant Longwear by NARS, and then I'm just going to smear that on my face to get a thin, even application. And then before I start blending, get that Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, and you're going to do a thin layer, a thin spritz of that, and then blend your makeup. That is one of the keys to a long-lasting beat. And then if you really care, I'm using a Real Techniques brush, my blush brush, my foundation brush. Ooh, let me back up a little bit. Those are all Real Techniques brushes or just random brushes I either stole from my mom or got from Marshall's. Now, to add some dimension back to the face, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty foundation stick. And as for contour placement, it's definitely going to be my cheekbones and my nose. Sometimes my jawline when I'm feeling real extra glam, but other than that, just place it where you want more shadow on your face. Then what did I say? Again, hit that beauty blender with some Charlotte Tilbury spray and blend out that contour. And look how flawless and beautiful it blends out. I'm telling y'all, it's the truth. Now, I've been rocking with this concealer for a decent amount of time and she's never done me wrong. She is so full coverage that you honestly could do a full beat with her foundation, contour, and concealer. When it says multi-use, it's multi-use. Too Faced, come to the front. Yeah. And best believe that I didn't catch it on camera, but I did spray my face before I blended out that concealer. And for my blending technique, I always start at the edge and then slowly blend more towards the inner corner of my eye, because you'll see how snatched and lifted it makes my face look and how seamless the blend is when you start outward and then start working your way in. Trust me. And when putting all these products on your face, y'all, trust the process and please take your time. It is not a race. Well, unless you're rushing, then bitch, hurry up. But try to set aside some time so you can blend your makeup thoroughly, because you'll be so happy with the results. I'll give my eyes one last blend looking up to avoid creases, and then we're going to get into powder. I set my under eyes with the One Size pink powder, and I take a powder puff and gently, as I'm looking up, press under my eyes one time, and then I'll do it a second time, and my under eyes are fully set after that. And I'm just showing y'all how snatched I look now and how my eye bags look non-existent. Get into it. And to set that contour, we're going to be using Miss Fenty's bronzer in the shade Mocha Mami. Just going over the contour and adding some warmth to the face. To set my foundation, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Press Powder. Oh, is you okay? This spring has been beating my ass. Dig into your powder and press it down. And right here, I just went back in with the translucent powder in my inner corners just to brighten it up a bit. And last but not least, my favorite part. Oh, blush. Juvia, I love you, girl. I love you. Go ahead and put her at the highest points of your cheek. And you guessed it, get that setting spray, get that fan, and get to work. And then we're gonna move on to the eyes. Jumping right into it, you're gonna take that Q-tip and rub it in your waterline. If you're like me, you have watery eyes, that'll help you in the long run applying eyeliner. And I love black liner in the waterline every single day, everywhere I go. If I'm doing a full beat, even if I'm not doing a full beat, a nice black waterline with a wing, sharp as ever, always eats. When doing my eyeliner, like I said, I take my time, do gentle strokes, and make sure when you do your eyeliner, pinch your brush. If it has like leftover product on it, it makes it easier to pinch straight. So it's a nice thin fine line, and it makes your eyeliner come out 10 times better. Also, not too much on my lace, y'all. Not too much on my lace. I had bangs and the shit was, I forgot what this mascara is called, but I think it's the Essence brand, like Princess Lash or something. I'll list it in the bio, but it's the best mascara I've ever tried, to be honest. At the same time, I'm not really picky about mascara, so wipe them lips off and let's get into this lip combo. We're gonna start with one of the matte liquid lipsticks from the Lip Bar in the shade Low Key. I use it as a brown lip liner just because matte liquid lipstick lasts a shit ton longer than any lip liner I've ever tried. Now we're gonna take this little eyeshadow brush, and I always use it to blend out the liner just so it's more seamless. Now taking the same About Face eyeshadow paint that I use for my liner, we're gonna use that on our lips and just going on top of the brown liner just so it makes my lips pop more. And then do the same thing that you did to the brown liner and blend that shit out. Now this is my most recent find. I loved a clear gloss, but what y'all know about a strawberry like hot pink clear gloss? I think it adds just the right amount of tint, and with that liner you just laid down, it just makes everything look extra juicy. Like, y'all see it? Look at that. And to top it off, just some beauty marks. Now it's time to seal everything in one last time. You're gonna take your fan and your Charlotte Tilbury spray and do one last spritz of that just to set all the powder one more time so it looks more like skin. And then we're gonna go in with the one size setting spray and just spray heavy. Spray it like your life depended on it. However, do not spray so much that your makeup is slipping and sliding everywhere. That's what the fan is for. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I was able to teach you a little bit of something, and I'll see you in the next motherfucking video. Peace.